This was one of the worst Emily Henry's. This was one. No. This was the book. No.
Hi everyone,
I'm Anna.
I'm Rina.
I'm Trisha, and you're listening to My Book Bestie Said It's Good, a podcast by three friends with different book tastes. Sit back, relax, and get bookish with us.
Today, we're talking about the books we read before we had a podcast. If you don't know, this podcast is inspired by our book club, and we started our book club way before we started the podcast. And so today we're going to cover the books we read before and doing our own reviews on it and what we thought about them. Are you excited to go back and talk about these books?
Time travel, fun.
Going back to the wonderful times where we decided to come together every month and just vibe and talk about books. Like we still do, but
Yeah, a little different, but yeah.
Less official manner.
Did we start Fable right in the beginning? I don't remember.
No, I don't think so.
What was the first book that we put on Fable? Do you remember?
No.
I can check if you want. But the first book that we started in our book club was Happy Place.
It
Yes.
was by Emily Henry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you remember how did we decide on it?
I think it was you, no?
It was me? Oh,
I
no.
think so. Because you said you wanted to read the book because you were going on vacation and you were already planning on reading that book. And we said, sure, we'll read it. And then when you come back, we can discuss it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
True. Yeah, it was summery and the book was
Exactly.
giving, summer vibes.
Summer vibes. So, oh my God, it will be a year.
We started with Fable, right?
Oh my God.
Right on.
We
So
did.
Okay.
we always had Fable. Amazing.
Yeah.
We're such tech girlies.
I'm actually surprised.
Yeah,
I
me
didn't
too.
remember.
I think it was your suggestion, Anna, to check Fable, and then we love the app, and we've been using it since the beginning, apparently.
Yeah. I had no idea.
Yeah. So Happy Place, was it a happy place for you?
I think it was a more happy place for me than it was for you guys.
It was a bad place for me. No, I'm joking. This was one of Emily Henry's books that I liked the least.
Yeah.
I didn't vibe with it at all, and I didn't like the plot. But I love all of her other books, though.
Which one is your favorite?
I think more recently, Funny Story.
Okay.
It became my favorite. But
Okay.
before that, it was People We Meet on Vacation.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't read either of those.
I'm checking on Fable, and Rina, you were posting so much.
I was mad.
Your reflections. You were mad. Yeah.
What was I saying? I mean, I remember, I know that Harriet was incredibly frustrating and I didn't like their dynamics. And, it's a lot of miscommunication. It's okay to have a bit of miscommunication, but the whole book spending all of this time together and not talking, and not only them, all of the characters, all of the secondary characters, I understand why they just want to go to their happy place and pretend that the problems don't exist, but I don't know, it was very frustrating. I didn't vibe with it at all.
Yeah, it felt a bit exaggerated at times that she just wanted to drag the plot with this miscommunication trope just to have then an ending that was sort of predictable. I don't know.
Romance endings are always predictable.
I was going to say that.
I just remembered the one thing that I hated about this book. It was the color of the wind.
How it started, right? Every chapter.
The
No.
writing.
Every chapter where she felt that she was at a happy place, she would start with sentences that didn't have verbs.
I remember this.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was so mad because a little bit is okay, but she really overused this. And I was like, okay, we understand. She's in her happy place. It's enough. Use verbs.
I didn't notice that until you mentioned it, and then I was like, oh my god, yeah. And it kind of annoyed me as well.
I'm sorry.
No, you are right.
I brought you to an unhappy place.
Yes, but it was a good plot.
Good plot.
It was a good point.
Not plot.
Not plot.
But you know what had plot? Fourth Wing.
Ooh.
Your face.
Rina doesn't agree.
Yeah. Fourth Wing's world was really cool. It was so easy to visualize, and I really felt that I was there in that story. I cannot say that it was a super well-written book, literary sense, but it was super well-written for a fast-paced fantasy. It was so fast-paced.
And you could understand everything.
Yeah.
So fast, but so understandable in a way.
Kind of felt like I didn't have enough time to really process
Mhm.
everything,
Some
but
things, yeah.
but it was so addictive. I didn't want to go back and read it twice, you know. I wanted to know what was going to happen next.
It was an okay book for me, like not incredible experience or whatever, not life-changing or something.
I mean, I get it. I think it was an amazing experience for me because it was the book that made me discover this side of fantasy with romance. If you say dragons, I'm like, yay. I'm in.
It was your book. It was the book that made you, let's say, crazy about books.
Yes.
In quotes.
I was starting to like really enjoy reading, but that book made me obsessed with at least romantasy.
Helped you figure out your genre.
Yes, exactly.
And you know what book also has a lot of fans? And I don't understand the hype. Silent Patient.
True.
Which we also read for book club.
It is true. I don't understand the hype. It is very hyped. Even though I was the one that liked it the most between us, I still don't get the hype. Maybe it was the plot twist that, you know, made this go viral. And I understand that, and I liked that the author plays with you. So you're reading it thinking that the story is going forward and you're reading how it's happening, etc. And then you get the twist that, plot twists. Not every chapter is right now. And I like that because I was like, oh, you made me a fool.
You liked to be surprised.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, exactly. But I don't understand why it's so hyped.
Yeah. The problem with being so surprising is that it's also very far-fetched. For me, that's what happened. It's like, I was not expecting it, but it was also underwhelming when it happened. At least for me. I was like, so that's it? I don't know how to...
I think I get it in the sense like we went through so much story, so much of him trying to figure out. And then it's like, why then did we have to hear all of this and see this in the end? I completely understand that.
Yes. So it was that feeling. Did you think about it, Trisha?
Honestly, I kind of forgot most of this book. I remember that I was pissed when I read it and I didn't enjoy it that much. I guess it was interesting to have an unreliable narrator, but I didn't like the way it was written. I remember that I didn't like it and I didn't understand the hype.
Do you remember what was your rating?
Yeah, I gave it 2 stars.
I think mine was 3 point something.
I think mine was also 3.
Yeah, I would just not recommend it to anyone. And I am not a fan of thrillers.
Yeah,
So
the genre. Yeah. But you know what book I would recommend?
Which one?
Recursion by Blake Proud.
You would?
I would recommend this book.
yeah, I remember you liked
Yeah.
it. She's surprising. Is it because it's sci-fi?
Maybe. I think it's because it was really interesting and out of
the box?
Yeah, I've never read something like this, so I think it was probably discovering the sci-fi genre as well. I really liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting, the story, but I didn't like how he told it. So it felt like I was not really running to the book and trying to read everything like Fourth Wing, for example. I wasn't interested in the story or what was going to happen next. I didn't care about the characters. I didn't feel any type of relation with them or connection, yes. So, yeah.
I remember I liked the first part more, so until he dies in the chair, and then it's her POV. Okay. No one remembers.
I am a bit lost because I think it's a complex book for me to remember, I guess. Because also it was not, I agree with Trisha, it was not like the most interesting writing ever. And I feel like the writing slowed me down while I was reading.
It wasn't engaging, you know?
Exactly.
I felt engaged with the idea of the story, but not with how it was told.
I kind of get it. Because I remember skimming through a few things, like, I don't care about this.
But you know what book is really well written?
Which one?
The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab.
For me, it was a bit too much.
I loved it so much. I remember that I was very slow in comparison to you girls and that I didn't finish on time.
True.
And then I finished it later and I was in love and I didn't want to finish this book. Like, it's not my favorite book of all time, but I remember that I loved the characters, I loved Addie, I loved Luke.
Nah.
Yeah, and I loved the metaphors, the way it was written. It was really beautiful.
I loved Henry.
I loved Henry. Final stop.
That's all I have to say.
I also like the writing a lot, but I think it was very slow paced. And I remember that a lot of times I had to kind of power through, tell myself, let's just read until the end of this chapter. But overall, the feeling was good, but it was just a bit dragged at some point. And until we meet Henry, a lot of things actually happen, which is good. It's good because we get to know more about her background.
Exactly. Her background and what she goes through by being someone that is never remembered. Like, I think the author wanted to show you how it feels, so then you can have this feeling of, oh my god, he remembers. Probably the same sensation as the character when someone remembers her.
And to understand everything she went through, like how strong she is and how she never...
And understand how
Gave
her
up.
personality is, and, you know, why she decides to do certain things.
But I like this point of she never giving up, because she really goes through a lot. Poverty, prostitution as well. And even so, she doesn't go back and ask Luke to just kill her, you know? She just goes through it. I think to prove her point. I don't know if she proves it in the end, but yeah.
But I love how this fight kind of gave her a purpose as well. Her fight with Luke and trying to see who comes.
They do have sex at some point, right?
They do. Yes, they spend the night together a lot of times. It's not described in detail, but they do spend the night together a lot of times.
Truly don't remember that. But okay.
He gives off that gray character vibe.
But you never know if he's trying to manipulate her.
That's why I don't really like him.
At some point really likes her. It's the only person in the world for him as well.
That's why she's so special for him. Because she doesn't give in. And he continues to challenge her. If one day she would give in, she wouldn't be that special, you know, for him anymore, I think.
She's special because she's different.
You know what's different?
You know who is not like other girls? Sloane from Butcher and Blackbird.
100%.
That is true.
Oh man, that book.
That book.
To this day, I remember how that book starts.
It's just don't eat anything while you are reading this book.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. And all of the other books of the series, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, because Rena continued the series.
Yes. Don't eat. But I really like this book. It was my first dark romance. And I say dark romance because it's about, you know, offing people.
But this has a more rom-com vibe than an actual
It's
dark
like a
romance.
dark rom-com.
Yeah, exactly. But it is a really funny book. But also, like they said, don't eat, because there are some very good descriptions in there.
Especially ice cream.
Ice and cream.
But I really like their romance. For a couple that offs people, they are pretty cute.
They are really cute. And he has the restaurant, and she has her own place in the restaurant.
Oh, yeah, that was
And the
cool.
bird that she draws
Yes.
is there.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was
I don't think I enjoyed the writing a lot, but it was okay. I have some scenes, you know,
in your hand.
in my brain.
I know which scenes you have in your brain.
Naughty.
Naughty. You know more than me because I don't remember much, but
Yeah, okay. I am the naughty.
no, it's just I forgot. Like we read this a year ago or something. I only have a feeling of how I felt when I was reading. Don't ask me details about this book. I will not know. Like, oh, you read it. What is it about?
People who off people and they fall in love.
Yeah, but they make it out of like a
A game, yeah.
a game, and they meet every couple of months or whatever
to
go and off people.
People who
That's-
off people.
Yes, so they are actually revenge.
Yes, off people.
Forgot it was a game.
That's how it started. Romance is in the air. Talking about offing people, we also read And Then There Were None.
And they do literally off people, one by one.
Till there's none.
Very well put.
I love this. It's not clickbaity. It's exactly what it is.
True.
I remember that it was the first murder mystery that I enjoyed. I think I gave it 4 stars. I was not expecting this. Like, I could not guess who was the person who was killing people.
Yeah, me neither. But for me, that doesn't mean that I liked the book. It was okay, but it was not like very memorable. I also didn't think the writing was that good. And maybe it was my own expectations because I thought, oh, Agatha Christie. Didn't find the writing anything special like I was hoping.
No, I was really into it. This never happens to me with thrillers.
This feeling of, oh, I want to know what happens. I want to literally skip all of this and see just who killed them. And not like I want to enjoy reading.
I didn't feel that. I was enjoying that it was following the song or the poem, however you want to call it, and how intricate it was, like all the details. They were being really line by line.
And that you end with no questions. I really like that. At the end, I understood exactly what happened. And in my opinion, there were no loose ends. I think that was really fun. It was the first audiobook that I ever listened to. And it was a really nice experience for me, especially because the narrator did the different voice for each of them. Really well done. So for me, it was a better experience. And I really, really remember the vibes of the book. I might not remember who went first, who went second, who went third, etc., etc. But I remember the vibes of the book so well. It gives this Knives Out feeling with the high nobility vibe of everyone feeling important and entitled within a house that is in an island full of this rich stuff.
And then everyone had like a sin, something that they did, and they were being punished for it. I don't know. I really liked all the details in this book. And it was so cool that they were in an island and then they couldn't go out.
Yeah.
It was really eerie, you know, very...
Highlights the feeling of despair.
Yep.
Because you really don't have anywhere to go. Also explains why the person who did it. I agree with you, Anna, as well. That a common trait in all of the characters is that they think they are better than one another.
I think I was only sad when one of the maids is off. I mean, if it's a murder mystery, someone's gonna die.
That is true.
There were literally none.
It's in the title.
The title is a spoiler.
But I want to add that I think the fact that I was on vacation while I read this and I had all the time in the world and no pressure for book club make me like it more. If I was like trying to finishing fast so we can talk about it, I would be more stressed out and maybe I would say, oh, I didn't enjoy how the story was told or something.
This is my opinion. You really like to take your time with books, and if you feel pressure to read it, you don't enjoy it as much.
Yep.
Maybe because you're so stressed about reading that you just, I don't know, don't give it that much attention to detail.
I agree.
I never thought about the fact that our idea of a book really depends on how we were feeling while we read it.
Yes.
And also with, everything happening in our personal lives and whatnot.
Mhm.
And if we are on vacation or not. I mean, I was on vacation while I read Happy Place. I was in my happy place, but not in the book.
So these were the books that we read before the podcast. So let's only count these. When I asked which one was your favorite.
From this list, 3 of them are more or less on the same level. I would say Fourth Wing, Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and Butcher and Blackbird are all like 4-star reads for me. If I had to say, maybe Butcher and Blackbird. What about you girls?
Well, mine was Fourth Wing, obviously. But if there was no Fourth Wing, I would probably say And Then There Were None.
Okay.
Yeah. From this list, yeah, either that one or Butcher and Blackbird too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Fourth Wing obviously is mine. It was amazing. But The Invisible Life was also at the same level. I don't know. They're so different.
In the same level in the sense that you love them so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a good time, or yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the sense of ratings. They're not like 5-star reads, but they're equally good.
I think I gave Fourth Wing and Invisible Life 5-star. I really enjoyed reading Fourth Wing and Invisible Life for different reasons. Like one is much more fast-paced and the other is really like enjoying.
A lot more fast-paced than the other.
Yes.
I remember, was it with Recursion that you were like, it's the first book written by a man that I've read, like...
No, but also Alex, isn't he a
maybe
man?
that was the one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, it's the first time in 2 years that I read a book written by a man. I'm sorry, I like to support women. What was your least favorite then?
Ooh.
Silent Patient.
That was
Really?
too
I thought you were
fast.
going to say Happy Place.
No, that was okay. I cried a little bit. It was meh, but it was okay. I was going to say I had fun, but I didn't.
From these, Silent Patient is also my least favorite. I'm thinking if I had to pick these books up again, which one would I be like, ugh, I don't want to read this again? Probably Silent Patient.
Maybe Recursion as well, unless I had time. Like if I had
1 year, 1 month per chapter.
Yeah, but if I had 3 months vacation, I would reread Recursion and really, appreciate the story, like the world and all the complexities of it. So I guess probably Silent Patient. I don't want to read that again.
Mine would be Recursion. I could read Silent Patient again because even if I didn't like plot twist or whatever the conclusion, I still found it a more enjoyable experience to read than Recursion. Recursion for me was like, oh man, I don't want to read it.
Yeah. This is a really interesting thing. Like, I don't give that much importance to the writing as long as the plot is good and it captures me. For example, I agree with the writing. It is not that great, but the plot, the story, it was what got me there. And if I had to read it, I would read it. So yeah, those were our books before podcast.
Before we decided that we wanted to share with the world our
Yes.
opinions,
And make a
recommendations.
little small community.
Yes.
And have book besties and
have more people with us on Fable.
yeah. I'm glad we did this.
Me too.
Me too.
Thankful moment. Okay. Thank you so much for listening. Don't
Thank
forget
you.
to reach us out on our socials and Fable.
Join the book club.
Yes. Please join us.
Bye.
Bye.